Hey there, YouTube. Another Taurus High Point production coming at you. Beginning black powder. If you're new and you've asked around and you've talked to a few of your friends, you've got a head full of bad information, a belly full of butterflies, and it's kind of got you living in that fearful moment a little bit. And drop all of that to the wayside if you can. Hot black coffee. If you drop it to the wayside, then you can get out there, and I know it's going to sound a little scary, by yourself. Okay, now I'm not telling you to go out there unprepared. Okay, don't do that. Loading sequences is everything with black powder. Everything black powder. Times Gone Tech. Dustin Weiniger, Guns of the West. Duelist 1954. Tons of guys. Fortune Cookie 45 LC, he shows you how to load this stuff correctly. And there's so many out there that show you the proper way. Watch those videos. Don't watch that stuff that'll tell you what could go wrong. Watch those guys. Take your pistol out there to a quiet little spot that you know of, if you can get out to one, or to a range, and load it and shoot it on your own. Okay, because you're going to have people telling you all sorts of bad info. And then when you start watching these other videos, Times Gone Tech, everything black powder, and they show you that, well, you really can't misseat a revolver as long as you're driving that rammer as far down as you can. You really, don't need to worry about short starting a rifle. Everything black powder, and short starts his numerous times and fires it. It doesn't deform the barrel, and it doesn't blow up in his face. Just proof that the science is there and everybody else is wrong. Energy, I don't care if it's igniting powder, electricity, or water. It's always going to take the path of least resistance. That's something I learned back in middle school. And I hadn't really thought about applying that to expanding powder. But when you do, you're gonna go, just like I did when I was watching these other videos. Are you looking for it to happen? No. Do you want it to happen? Absolutely not. Is it going to happen? Probably. Is it a great detriment to you with a rifle if you happen to accidentally do one of these things? No. Now, bear in mind, you're not packing 6 inches of mud into a barrel and trying to shoot it out. You're talking just a short start on one ball. As you're out there shooting. Yes, you can get sidetracked. But does that mean it's an automatic detriment to you or your rifle or your pistol, your revolver? No. What you have to do is you just have to get out there and shoot it. That's point blank. Quit listening to these jabronis, mooks out there that are gonna tell you, my cousin had a roommate and he didn't seat the ball all the way down on his powder and he lost half his face. Oh, somebody put the wrong ball size in a revolver and it blew up in their hand. They've got one finger left. There's so many. The flash grenade is another lie. I know. I'm making some people angry out there. I even had one guy jumping up and down at a club one time. You know, the injuries I've sustained are real. Well, and then you ask him how it happened. More times than not, I'm a reenactor shooter. I was shooting blanks all day. I never rotted my barrel. I've got a special count that lets me drop the exact grain charge that I want into my rifle as I push my wad over the top of the powder for the bang, the blank. And he's never, he negated the first rule of safety on black powder, which is rod your barrel. I know some people do this after every shot. I do this after every second or third shot. Very rarely will you ever see me take a third shot without rodding a barrel. But if I do, I still rod after that third shot. Get out there with your black powder. And forget what these people are trying to instill in you. Watch the proper videos. The guys showing you the loading process. The guys showing you how to shoot this stuff. Not the guys trying to cause a malfunction or trying to cause the explosion with a black powder rifle. It's not misinformation. It can happen. If you put smokeless powder in a black powder rifle and you don't use the proper loading sequence, yeah, it's gonna be a real bad moment in your real good day. But if you stick with the black powder or an approved black powder substitute, Pyrodex, Blackhorn 209 if you're using an inline, there's one more out there that I forget. 777. Don't ask me why, it just wouldn't pop in there real quick, but it did. 777, Pyrodex, Blackhorn 209. If you're using a 209 primer, the Pyrodex and the 777 I have used in percussion lock rifles. I have used that in 209. I have used that in all my revolvers. It works well. Yes. Pyrodex Range Day. I got Pyrodex Range Day Part 2. Yeah, I'm using a homemade cap. 20 grains of Pyrodex, and I'm shoving a 440 round ball with it in a Kentucky pistol. Yeah. Hang fires all the time. This has been a Taurus High Point production. More on Black Powder 2. Get out there and shoot it. That's the best I can tell you to do. I choose, therefore I am responsible.